Hello friends, I am ZoZo the Board Game Girl with Overnight Games. Today we are going to be doing our very first unboxing video. And the board game that we're unboxing today is Draftosaurus. 2 to 5 player game, 15 minutes only, made by Ankama. First, we will show you all of the cool things that come in the box, and then we will show you how to play. So, today we are going to show you the content of the board game called Draftosaurus. This is what I have to say. Roar! Okay, now let's see the back a little bit right before we open it up. So, you're running a dinosaur zoo. How will you set it up? Will you put a certain dinosaurs together or split them up based on the species you have available and the day's obligations? Decide what will bring the most visitors. This is just a quick explanatory of the game. Roll the die to determine the placement condition. 2. Choose a dinosaur from your hand and place it in the zoo. 3. Pass the dinosaurs to the player on your left and start over. Now let's open it up. So guys, while I'm opening it, I'll tell you this. It's 15 minutes only, 2 to 5 players, and then 8 plus, okay? Pretty good. Now, let me open it up. Okay, now let's open up the box. Boom, 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 boom. And it's by Ankama. It's kind of hard to say the name, but yeah. So first thing, we have the instructions. We have the kind of like, these look like a bunch of game boards, okay? Game board. Looks like if you flip it around, it's different side, okay? And then next thing, let's open up this bag that we found in here. Kind of hard. Okay, got it open. Let's open it up. Oh, look. A dinosaur. Roar. Okay, so looks like we'll show you all of the little pieces later. Okay? We'll show them each to you in a second. So now let's show you the die. So the die is... So the first side looks kind of like a crocodile in a triangle. Looks kind of like, a rock? Can't totally see it. Yeah, it kind of looks like a rock. Oh, look, 2 humans. Next thing, a teacup it kind of looks like. That triangle dinosaur again. A deer kind of looks like. No, that's a tree. Next thing is, well, I think that might be, oh, there's also a fire symbol. Okay, now let's get to showing the dinosaurs. So, it looks like, so if I lift up a bunch of these, look at all of these orange ones are the same shape, or all of the orange ones are all orange. So, looks like maybe for colorblind people, maybe. Yeah. So let's go and show you all of the pieces. So first there is orange, Next, I'll show you purple. Okay. Next, I'll show you blue. And then yellow. And then red. Rawr. Then finally, green. Rawr. Now, all that there's left is a bag, and these do not actually come with the outside. It's a pop. They're poppable. And you see this? It's this. And then if you flip it over, let's see what happens. Oh my, turn all the way to winter. Wow. It looks like there are kind of like one. So there's one thing, two thing. Let's see if it flips over. Ooh. I know. Why is this not flipping over to winter? Let's see. So if I take this out, see why it is not turning into winter. It's a 5-player game, as you know. Let's see. This is weird. Oh! They still do turn into winter. These are just 2 different boards in one. Wait, this one again? Wait, let's make sure that it's the same thing. Okay, so this. Oh, yes, it goes again. So it looks like there's 5 mats for 5 players. And yeah, that's all that there is in there. The instructions, and just look quickly at them. A lot of things. And yeah, guess that's all that comes in it. Bye.
So now we're going to talk about setup for Draftosaurus. Setup for this game is pretty simple. You just have to have the park boards placed in front of the different players. You're going to need the die that one player is going to roll every turn. And you're going to need the bag with all the dinosaurs in there. So once you have these things set up in front of you, you are ready to play Draftosaurus. So let's explain the park boards real fast. So there's going to be different rules for placing in different areas of the park. For example, up here is going to be the Forest of Sameness. This pin can only hold dinosaurs of the same species and must be filled from left to right with no gaps. At the end of the game, it brings in victory points based on the number of dinosaurs in it. Next up, we're going to be talking about the Meadow of Differences. So this is pretty much the exact opposite of this one. In the Meadow of Differences, the pin can only hold dinosaurs of different species.
So what couldn't happen is this one couldn't have things like this because they couldn't be the same. It couldn't even have things like this and then this because they're different species. But it could, the same species. But what could happen is it could be like that. But doing woodwork, if 2 of the same can both fit right here, and it couldn't be different. Like it couldn't go like this. 2 different, okay?
All right, so and just like with the Forest of Sameness, the Meadow of Differences need to be filled from left to right. And that way you can tell how many victory points you get for that area at the end of the game. Next up, we have the Prairie of Love, which is going to be right down here. This pin can hold all the different dinosaur species. But at the end of the game, it brings 5 victory points for each pair of same dinosaur couples inside of it. So, if this is what your Prairie of Love looks like at the end of the game, you're going to be receiving 5 victory points because this one didn't find a match, so we didn't quite get there for it. The next area we're going to talk about is the Woody Trio, so that's going to be right here. Go ahead.
This one still, again, it's fine if, so one couple, it's fine if there's another couple of the same color. So that's fine.
That's a really good point. Yeah, you can put as many couples, even if they're of the same species, in that Prairie of Love, because it likes people. So now let's move up, thanks for that clarification, to the Woody Trio. This pin can hold up to 3 dinosaurs of any species, the same or different. At the end of the game, it brings in 7 victory points if there are exactly 3 dinosaurs in here. Otherwise, it brings in 0. So if you're near that last placement, you're going to really want to make sure that that's full if you already have those 2 dinosaurs in there. Then we're going to go and talk about the King of the Jungle. So this pin can only hold 1 dinosaur. At the end of the game, it brings in 7 victory points if your zoo has more of these equals or has more of these type of dinosaurs, whichever one you put up there, as everybody else's zoo. That would give you an extra 7 points. Now, the exact opposite, Solitary Island. So that's down here. This pin can, again, only hold 1 dinosaur. But at the end of the game, it brings 7 victory points if this is the only dinosaur of this species that you have on your entire board. Here, this wouldn't give you the 7 victory points because we already have 2 of that species on our board.
It still wouldn't work if there was only 1.
It's true. It doesn't matter if it scores for it. It's just if it's on the board, it takes away from the scoring. Next up, we're going to talk about the river. So, if at any point you're not able to place your dinosaur in any of these other lands, you are able to place it still in the river, and that'll give you 1 victory point at the end of the game. Also, you're going to get the T-Rex, because the T-Rex is a special kind of dinosaur. At the end of the game, each of the pins that contains at least 1 T-Rex brings you an additional 1 victory point. It's important to know if you are, for example, in the Forest of Sameness and you have a whole bunch of different T-Rexes up there, that pin will only give you 1 victory point at the end of the game. Now that we've talked about the different pins that you're able to place the dinosaurs on, we're going to talk about the placement die. So this is going to be a simultaneous play game. Everybody is going to grab 6 random dinosaurs out of the bag. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have 2 players, so Zoe is going to pick another 6 for her hand. And we're going to start with me having the placement die. So I'm going to pick 1 dinosaur to play this turn, and I'm going to roll the placement die. So what this placement die says is what Zoe has to place her dinosaur on. So because this has a rocky or grassland area, she is going to have to place her dinosaurs somewhere on the grassland areas of her pins. This one says that you cannot place your dinosaur any place that a T-Rex already is. This one says that it has to be placed on the right side of your board, because on this side of the river is where the bathrooms are. This says that you have to place it towards the coffee shop area, so it has to be on the left side of the river. This one says that it has to be placed in the forest, so that's the top corner. And this one means that you have to do it on an empty pin. So right now, I rolled.
The grass.
I did. I rolled the grass one. There we go. And whichever one that...
Rocky?
It is well, it says grassland in here, but I think that it should be the rockland. But yeah. Either way, Zoe's going to pick one of her dinosaurs, and she's going to have to place it on the rockland.
I picked this one.
Oh, she picked that one.
The red one.
I picked this, so I'm going to start placing people in the
lava.
It is the Loveland, the Prairie of Love, but I think it should be the Love pin from now on. And now, These are the ones that I had not picked. I'm going to pass those along with the placement die to the player on my left, and Zoe will do the same. So, and then we pick again. Well, I suppose she could roll the placement die. Yep, roll the placement die, and then we pick. So, she rolls. Now I know that I have to place one of my dinosaurs in an area that's close to the restrooms. So again, we have these. And I'm going to place this here.
I choose to place this one right there at the Love Land.
Okay, so she's moving this over, and I'm going to roll the placement die now. And I get it. Well, Zoe gets, I suppose, because I roll it for her, that she cannot place her next dinosaurs anywhere a T-Rex already is.
I can't place it right here, you know, so I can't place any different ones right there.
But she's pretty much open anywhere else.
Yeah, so I place this right now. So now I get 5 victory points at the end of the game because I got 2 of the same people.
Okay.
Now let's see what this rolls.
Ooh, so I can only place in the grasslands.
That's what you get for making me do that.
I suppose. Payback. Oh, yes. So I'm going to pick this one. That way I have a nice little couple in here, just like Zoe. And I have selected things to pass. Now I will roll the dice, and Zoe has to build in the grasslands. I get to build wherever I want. So which one of these should I pick?
I think right here.
I know. Because I have more of these than Zoe, I'm going to put this up here.
But that shows me that I should probably...
Right.
See where you have to place it.
Ooh, I can't place it with the T-Rex, and that's fine because I don't have a
T-Rex.
T-Rex, so that is
But
perfect.
look at what I got. I got another 2.
Yeah, you do. All right, so now the game is halfway over. The game consists of 2 rounds, and each one having 6 turns. So we are halfway done.
Drop some random 6 into my other hand.
So now we're grabbing 6 different dinosaurs, not showing it to each other, and we are going to begin the second round. Second round plays the exact same way as the first round does, where I will start with the placement die. I will roll it. Ooh, and Zoe must pick a dinosaur and place it on a tile or a pin that is left of the river. So far, neither of us had to use the river yet, so that's convenient. Ooh. All right, I know which one I'm doing. Okay, so now we are going to place. We are going to exchange, and Zoe's going to roll the dice, and then I'm going to have to follow those rules. All right.
Same exact rules as mine.
So I have to...
I chose this one, so that way they're even. And now I got another 5 victory points.
Okay. So now we are passing again, and I am rolling. Ooh, she has to place in the forest. So far, Zoe hasn't placed anything in the forest. Ooh, and I am going to pick this.
I have way more of those than you.
Okay, yes you do. So far.
Probably will stay that way.
Ooh, and you get the placement die, so you get to roll that and tell me where to put the stuff. Ooh, and it is not with a T-Rex.
You have 2 places with T-Rexes.
I do.
Can't place. You can't place it.
Now, I could place it there, but if I did, I would lose out on this 7.
There's also a T-Rex.
There's also a T-Rex, so there's
can't
multiple
place it.
reasons that I can't place it there. I also shouldn't place it there. Okay.
So I'm looking, and I pretty much got my choice ready.
Okay.
I suppose.
All right. Oh, I don't. Give
You.
those back. Oh, I already placed it. You're right. Okay. So that just means that because I didn't think about it and I placed that there, this is now not going to give me 7 victory points because it's right there.
Coffee cup. I have to place it on the coffee side, which is not too bad. Coffee side, I'll place this right here because I do not want this. I did the same exact thing as Dad. And it also takes down Dad.
Ooh, so.
Did you see that?
Alright, you gotta roll the placement die. Ooh, I have to place it in the area of the restrooms. And now, because I've already made it so that doesn't matter, I might as well put it over here.
I might as well put it right here because right here, they're the same exact type.
So now scoring. And scoring seems pretty simple in this game.
Yep.
Let's do yours first and just go top to bottom.
And we're scoring my side first. So I get 4 victory points for this one because I have 2. So 4. Then I think that I have the most of these. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's see how many my dad has. He has 1. So that means that I won. So 7 plus 4 equals 11. Then right below this, there is this one, which I don't just have 1, but I have 2, so 3. So 11 plus 3 equals 14. I go over, like, no, I have nothing. So I don't get anything. But down here is my real one. So each couple matches 5, even if they're the same exact couple. So I have 5, 10, 15. 15 plus 14 equals 29. Then the last one. This one, I didn't get any more of these. So it still counts as 7 victory points. So that means that it equals 36 and 0 in the river. So
you end the game with 36. So I'm going to score mine now. Here I get 2 coins, 2 victory points. I definitely have the most Brachiosauruses.
Brachiosaurus.
I think that's what this is. But I definitely have the most of those. So 2 plus 7 is 9. I didn't quite get the third one. So that means that it's not worth anything. Here I have 15, so 9 plus 15 is 24, I think. 24 plus 1 couple, 5 points, is 29. 29 plus 7, but I don't get it because I wasn't able to keep my long necks as a solitary dinosaur. So I had 29
to 36.
29 to 36, although we do get an extra victory point for every pin that has a T-Rex in it. So I have 30, 31, but it also bumps up yours, so you have 37. So Zoe takes this with 37 victory points.
But on that same, this one did not have to be the same. They could be different colored. Like, it would be fine if maybe that was right there.
Yeah, if I could move this, that would change my... Well, I suppose it would give me an extra 7 points. And that would make me a little bit better, comparatively.
That'd make you 36.
So, as you can see, this game is super duper quick and plays in 2 rounds. Any additional questions?
Just put it into the comments below if you have any additional questions or if you know any of the names of the dinosaurs.
Ooh, yes, that would probably be helpful.
So the people who are here today to show you that is ZoZo, the board game room, and Overnight Games. So, by the way, there's something we're going to show you. We are celebrating getting 400 followers on Instagram. So we are currently having a giveaway for 2 board games. If you want to participate in it, then you have to like us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Then you will be able to go in and do the thing. And you also have to tag a friend and say which board game you want. Either Silver and Gold or Spirits of the Wild. Link in the subscription below.